Hello and welcome to another episode of Kefiee Konvos with me, Nahid. Our next guest has everything to do with grooming, gilding, and glamour. She is an internationally trained makeup and hair artist. She is the owner of 4 posh salons in her early 30s, and she is a successful entrepreneur. She's worked with mega stars and a worldwide brand commercially. We welcome none other than the owner of Reflections, Mrs. Avani Saraf. Hello, Avni, and welcome to Kefiee Konvos.
Thank you so much.
I am so excited. I'm super excited to be here with you, sharing this table in this beautiful salon of yours.
Thank you so much. Pleasure for me.
Right. Can I shoot my questions?
Definitely.
I want to know, how do you feel, or what do you feel about the beauty industry being changed over the period of time?
There has been many changes. Not just in terms of fashion and styling or something like that, but yes, in the approach of your clients, who are coming to us, clients have started appreciating us every single time. That was quite quite a lack, I would say 7, 8, 10 years back. So it used to be yes, this is your job and you're doing it, so what, there's nothing great about it. But now I think not just this industry, probably everywhere, we have started appreciating each other, and that's, I think, for an artist, that is one of the major thing. What they seek is your appreciation and some so something like that. And in terms of fashion, I think it is a circle, comes again. It comes again after a couple of years. Now it's the world is so globalized, so many things we copy from East, we copy from West. And in terms of hair colors also, being it straightening or curling your hair. So I remember when I started my hairdressing, perming was quite in. People used to get a lot of permings done. Eventually that stopped and people really wanted that dead straight pokey hair, shiny hair. Now people don't want that. Again, they've moved back to curl and little messy texture. Color also, people have been quite a lot experimental, being it with length also. Now I don't have to convince people that you have to chop off that extra length which is looking dead. They will probably directly come to me and they'll just go short. Okay, fine, this is looking dead. People are very much accepting.
Yeah.
Yes. Even in makeup, that duck faced is not very much in these days.
These days, true.
It's more natural looking faces, very neutral bases, very sober taste. Of course, people go crazy with their eyes and lips and quite a dramatic contour and everything. But yes, most of the time you just don't put a thick heavy liner or something like that. You just probably curl your lashes, apply some mascara and a gloss, and you're ready to roll.
So Avni, I have done a little research on you, and I know that you have done quite a bit of training and work abroad. Could you please throw some light on it?
My first trip abroad was actually a hair training that was with Ulsan, UK. That was probably one of my view changer or game changer for my professional life. So when I just finished my hair diploma that same year, and within 3 to 4 months I opted for this masterclass. And when I went there, it was a complete different aura, a complete different wow for being it any kind of fashion. I opted for just a hair course, but the industry, the fashion, everything what was coming together, that was completely different. And that was the time I decided that I'm going to take up at least one training abroad every year. So yes, for a couple of years, say 3 to 4 years, I took up at least one training that was majorly for hair. But eventually when I started, I in fact did my diploma in makeup as well from London. So after that, I started taking up at least 3 to 4 trainings and workshops and something like that every year. And also that had made me come across great artists, hairdressers and makeup artists and everyone. So I worked and trained under Joe Hansford, John Gillespie, Darren Fowler, Dennis Solbach, Alejandro Pat McGrath, and many more. And I'm so grateful that I got a chance to at least having a look at them working, especially one common thing I would say, like, about all these, like, great artists is they are so down to earth. They are so down to earth. Every single thing, they do it by themselves, keep things, like, very neat and precise about the finishing, and like, all these minor small details, what they take care of it, that makes them great, that makes their work, like, scream like anything.
Stand out.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's all in the details.
Yes, all
But
in the detail.
Again, one of the things I would tell viewers, I always say that in all the interviews, it's about hashtag be kind.
Be kind.
Be kind.
Yes.
Please be kind to people. Please be nice to people. There is nothing more or less, or there's nothing really much there. If you just need to be kind, that's all. You have also worked, or I would say you have done your artistry on few of the celebrities, namely people. How was your experience with them? And what is something, and actually I want to ask about the best experience, you had with one particular person amongst these celebrities.
It was all great. Of course, like, every single experience had taught me something or the other. My first, work with a celebrity was Vidita Bag, quite long time back. And at that time, I was doing hair and makeup both for her. And contouring and highlighting, it was not very much in at that time. Also, like, on screen, the artists, like, they want particular type of, like, makeup. So they are like quite a lot of, like, used to it. You know the basics about it, but yes, anything which, like, which you learn in academy, and when you actually work on the floor, it's very different. So that was the first time. I still remember, like, it's always learning, even with an artist, like whatever artist you're working with. And yes, everywhere it's plus and minus, but I have learned something or the other with every single artist. As so I worked with a couple of celebrities, name it Sunidhi Chauhan, Vidita Bag, Aishwarya Kiran, Mugdha Godse, Shantanu Ghosh, Shanaz Trajri, and Sunny Singh, Kamya Chaudhary. So these are the celebrities, like, I have worked with, also many more, and like the overall experience has always been good. And of course, with every single experience, I have learned something or the other. So, yeah.
Wow. And do you think, since you have worked, of course, both abroad as well as in India, do you feel the difference, or how would you compare the work style or anything like that abroad and in India?
See, being it, like, styling or makeup, like about the fashion of hair and makeup, that is of course different, because, like, Indian hair is different, Indian skin is different, so the makeup and hair itself is going to be different. But yes, of course, both are very different, like, different cultures. Also, manpower availability, that is also very different, like, in India and abroad as well. So yes, when we work abroad, it's like, it's more like a one-man show. Like, you have to do a lot of things around you by yourself. Here in India, when we work in a salon, we have a lot of, like, help, domestic help also, like, we have managers, we have housekeeping, we have assistants.
Thoda easy ho jata hai,
Yes,
I feel,
yes,
that,
yes. So that
it brings about a comfort that,
Yes.
okay, there are people out there,
Correct,
whom
correct.
you can reach out to.
Yes, yes,
but then
yes.
when you're abroad, as you mentioned, you're solely by your own, so you,
Correct.
you just know you have to deal with it on
Everything.
your own, like
Correct.
A to Z.
Right.
Correct.
Also, like, that is, see, everything has its pros and cons.
Yeah,
but,
of
like,
course.
what I feel is, when you have a lot of help around you, some of the things what needs your, like, attention, or what needs, like, that precision has to be made at that particular point, you may like, into those things. Yes, it gets, like, quite hectic sometimes, like, you cannot, like, attend many clients or many guests as much as if you have some help, you can do that. And yes, when
Correct.
it comes to fashion, of course, the hair is different, so, like, everything is different.
So you mentioned about London, and I am a traveler, okay? So मुझे जानना है, which is your favorite country so far? Which is your favorite country you have traveled to?
Travel to, as in for my holidays, I would say probably.
Anything, a country which you walked in and you felt the vibe.
The vibe was London. Yeah.
Guys, it's London.
Yes, it's London. Oh my God. it has a complete different vibes. The moment you enter, you're not yourself. You're just like, everything around you just, I used to admire, like, probably standing at one place, probably at the tube station on the Oxford Street, like, like just watching people coming and going, the way they carry themselves, the way, like, people are, it's not just like, they're very polished or something like that.
Yeah.
Even if they're wearing anything, I saw a girl wearing purple or blue eyelashes 13 years back. And that time, we were not even using mascaras, or we were not even curling eyelashes, like, at that time on a daily basis. And that girl was like, just roaming around and wearing blue colored, purple colored lashes.
It's the confidence.
That was the confidence. And you can know, I was probably like, not able to, like,
You were in awe. No, it happens with me also. Every time I step in over there, I feel, यार मुझे fashion पता ही नहीं है, कितना भी अच्छा मैं dress up कर लूँ, कितना भी अच्छा I do anything, I just feel, मुझे अभी भी I'm not up to that mark.
Yes.
I feel.
And I think it's not like, dagging up or choosing just the branded stuff. It's not about that at all.
Yeah,
you just
not
like,
at all.
You have that sense, they have that sense probably, like, how to blend things together, how to mix and match things and hair and makeup and everything all together.
A brilliant color sense, I would say.
Yes.
The combination sense and what goes with what. So
correct.
Even if they wear a blue denim and a nice crisp shirt, it works for them.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel you. I have been saying this all my life, as I have been traveling London since I was 16. So I've been seeing this all my life, and this is what every time I feel. Every time I step out, I was like, yaar, मैं इतनी अच्छी घर के अंदर दिख रही थी. When I look at myself, I'm like, oh, I look really dapper. But then the moment I step out, I was like, okay,
you're normal.
You just look like another girl. So that happens a lot with me in London.
Yes,
but no, it's a beautiful city.
It is a beautiful
I think everyone should visit that
at least
country
once. Especially, I would
once.
highly recommend people who are related to fashion and style. You must visit that place. You must visit London.
I love you for this. Chalo. Moving on. So obviously you must be dealing with a lot of clients and a lot of experiences with it, of course. Tell me something which was a very funny experience, something which is you just cannot forget or get over with.
There are actually many, but yes, there is this one incident I cannot forget. I don't know whether it's funny or I don't know what it is. So basically, I was out for a shoot. And then it was somewhere like, near around Surat. So like, there was supposed to be a pick up and drop from the client side. So they did pick us up. That was also like, so yes, once we finished the shoot and everything, once I was done with my makeup and everything, we were supposed to come back. And then they refused to like, to give us the drop. Like, so, and there was quite a interior place. I was not at all aware about like, whether I'll be getting anything.
So this was out of Surat?
Out of Surat, and at that time, no Ola, Uber was there, like, no cab services was there at that time.
Wow.
And I'm talking about, say, 11, 12 years back. So somehow we managed to like, find like, the transport from their side. By chance, like, the tire punctured on the highway. And so we had like, a company from the family also, like, we had like a couple of people. So they called for another cab and like some cars or something like that. And then they went. They did not even ask. I was so frustrated already at that, till that point of time. Like, how can you, we were two girls with like, big bags. And on the highway, you cannot leave like, you would not even leave any men behind.
I know.
And yes, those people, they just like, left us behind. And luckily by chance, the driver was sweet enough. So he just like, asked us to wait for a couple of minutes. And he quickly like, went somewhere and mended the car. And he came back and took us back to our place. But yes, that was it. We were quite horrified at that point of time. But yes, now if I remember that particular incident, it's so funny, like, so all these experiences had taught like the life lessons. And oh my god,
let me get this straight. Somebody booked you for whatever,
a makeup
hair
and a hair,
makeup
yes,
or whatever it is, outside Surat.
Yes.
They gave you a pickup service, and then
Because
left
they was wanting us to be there on
yeah,
time, right?
Because exactly. So they wanted you there, so they gave a one-way service.
So one-way service.
And they refused to drop
Yes.
you back. And they actually left you stranded on a highway.
Yes, on the highway. No, nothing. There was no any hotels or like restaurants or no nothing anywhere.
And in lonely place, basically.
Yes. It was.
Oh shit! I shouldn't be laughing about this, but this is epic.
Yeah, it was epic.
Okay. Now coming to again a little heavier part.
Right.
How difficult it is for a female to make their space in a male-dominant industry.
So I think I'd like to share one experience for this one. A couple of years back, say 8-9 years back, I was we were at the salon. One of the client had come, and she was wanting a haircut, and she asked for the hairstylist who is a male hairstylist. So her requirements were not she wants an expert or when it comes to men's, we of course you understand, because men have more pressure and heavy hands. So if it's a head massage or a hair spa, you would definitely want slightly heavier pressure, heavy pressure. Some people, they want a heavy pressure.
Absolutely.
So they can definitely demand for a male hairstylist. But haircut is all about an art and a creativity. But so initially there was the time when female hairdressers, hairstylists, or even makeup artists were not acceptable, welcomed on the floor or even on the salons by the female clients themselves. But over the period of time, it has been changed with the wave of that feminism. It has changed a lot.
Coming to the next question, you're a new mom.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you manage to find the balance between your personal life, giving that time to your kid, and running 4 branches?
Yes.
Yeah.
4 branches.
Yeah. At the same time, I've seen and I've read and I've experienced that you have maintained the standard of the salon. So how do you manage to do that?
I am a normal person. I'm no superwoman. So even I have my good days, bad days. Initially when my son was born and I started coming to the salon, so there was guilty all the time, me not being there for my son. When I was there with my son, there was a guilty
a guilt feeling.
Yes, yeah. I used to feel so much guilty about that I'm not present at the salon, because till then I was at the salon all the days, 10:30 to 8 o'clock. I am available, So yes, so that phase of guilt was quite a long. Also, I meet so many people, so many females who are working moms. So I used to talk to them, and most of them the one common advice was do not feel guilty about anything, because whatever you are doing, nobody else can do it, either for your salon or for your child. So whatever you are doing, that is enough. Right. So that was one part. Also, yes, so sometimes when my son, he needs me, I am there for him, and at that time I'm blessed with great team, so they can take good care of the salon. Of course, there will be some times when the salons will need me, so I'm there, and my son is also touch wood, very understanding and quite mature enough for his age, I would say. So he's also quite he's quite supportive. So he also understands if I should be there at work, so he understands, he'll be completely chilled about it. Okay, fine, you have to be there, you have to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has been I would not say quite smooth, but yes, I've balanced it now. Now I've learned how to balance in between both of these things.
Yeah. So you have learned your share and your key to that door of balancing.
Correct.
Lovely. And how about maintaining 4 salons and maintaining the quality of 4 salons? Avni, I bet it's not easy.
It isn't.
It isn't, yeah?
Yes.
How do you manage to do that? Is it the staff? Is it what is it? What is the key to managing these salons and the wonderful quality of services you're giving?
So as I mentioned, I'm also blessed with a great team. Some of the team members are as old as me, with reflections. So that is also one point. Also the clients, whenever I I generally call them for the feedback. Whenever they feel this should be changed or this is not in a proper shape, they will probably not come up on the face and tell any of the team members or somebody. We have that kind of relationship. They will not feel hesitant to give me a call that Avni, this should be this happened is not in proper place or something like that.
But Avni, I think you have kept that door open, because I
am always like that.
So
always.
Not a lot of people are open to criticism, or have other person having an opinion or a thought process about their particular services. So I believe it has got a lot to do with you as well. You're more accepting towards these things.
That is what is going to improve the quality, maintain the quality, and my motive is a client should be coming back to meet us also, not just getting their services done. Right? They can get their services done anywhere, but what I want for my clients is to feel more homely, feel more welcomed, and yes, they should be wanting to come back again and again. So that is something what I always
your
seek for
clients
them.
to be a part of Reflections family.
Yes.
If I am putting it right.
That's correct.
Yeah?
That's very much correct.
Lovely. Also, you have achieved a lot professionally. What is one moment, or what is that one accomplishment professionally which you are most proud of?
So I did my diploma. I finished my diploma in 2009 and 2010. We participated as a team of Reflections. We participated into Indian Hairdressing Awards. So it was young blood, and I just freshly did my
enthusiasm. Karna hai, let's do this.
Let's do that. And anyways, that was I don't know, it was the excitement and everything. We participated into Indian Hairdressing Awards. So that happens regional, initially, then the regional finals go for the finals. So from Gujarat, so in the West region, there are Gujarat, Maharashtra, MP. So Maharashtra includes Bombay also, right?
Right.
So we participated, we sent 4 entries for that. And out of 4, 3 of our entries got selected, and we were the first salon, first team of hairdressers and makeup artists to secure a place from Gujarat. So we were the first ones to represent Gujarat into Indian Hairdressing Awards, and from that also one of the entries got to the finals as well. So that was the first and the most that is something very close to my heart. So post that every year we participated into Indian Hairdressing Awards, and every year we secured a place. In fact, last year we were the main, there are categories, and for the main category we secured a place for the the first, not the runner. So initially it was the runners up, but we were the winners of the main color trophy. So that was a great achievement.
No, I give you a round of applause for that.
Also, we started Kerestas. So Reflections was the first salon to open the doors for Kerestas across Gujarat. So that was also, yes, that was in 2012, I suppose. Yeah.
I love the brand though.
Yes, it's brilliant.
It is quite amazing. Coming to a hair tip, which we all need.
Yes.
What's the key to good hair?
Taking care of your hair, that is the most important things. So what generally we do is, we want our hair to be great, but we do not do anything for that. Keeping your hair healthy, that is very important, especially for Indians. The length is so important that even if it is looking unhealthy, we don't want to let it go off. So yes, if your hair is unhealthy, if you feel a lot of hair fall, it's better that you cut it short. Also for coming season, which is going to be summers and rainy seasons, where the humidity levels are increased, your hair tends to be get frizzed up very easily. It looks very dry and frizzy, unhealthy. So using a correct and a good conditioner and a leave-in conditioner, that is very, very important. You better consult with your hairdresser and select a correct product for yourself. Might as well, anyways, you're using a set of home care products, your shampoo, conditioner, serums. Oiling is also good for some hair, scalp and skin type cannot oil their hair. So it's fine. Oiling is not bad for everybody, but yes, you have to understand and see if it is
required.
It is required for yourself, for your hair. Does it need it or not? And yes, using correct products, that is the most important.
So that's a wrap. But I am going to give you one small nitty-gritty challenge, like a tiny one. I am already having my liners and lashes and everything on, but I'd like you to please do a super quick liner. I would want to see you doing it on one of our team members.
All right.
Tia. That was a super quick liner. Shows your skill, shows your talent, shows how long you have worked in the industry, and shows how fast you are.
Thank you.
So thank you for that beautiful wing liner. Now, as a token of love and appreciation, we have a beautiful gift hamper for you from Nitrogen by Vitasta. Thank you so much, Avni, for being with us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.